careful submission fall away. She had spent her life being underestimated, as an immigrant, as a woman, as an elderly mother who should quietly accept her children's decisions. But Elizabeth had seen something else in her, had trusted her with not just the truth, but the power to reshape it. Dawn was breaking over San Francisco when they finished discussing the details. Margaret stood at Elena's window, watching the city come alive. Somewhere out there in a glossy office tower, Hamilton Enterprises board members were probably congratulating themselves on containing the situation. They had no idea what was coming. "Are you sure about this?" Elena asked softly. "Once we start, there's no going back." Margaret thought of Elizabeth's words, not for revenge, but for justice. "I'm sure," she replied. "But first, I need to make one stop." Hours later, Margaret sat in her son's living room, watching comprehension dawn on Michael's face as she showed him the video, the evidence, the truth about the forces that had tried to use him against her. Crystal was notably absent, having fled to her Pilates class at the first mention of Hamilton Enterprises. "Mom, I'm so sorry," Michael finally said, his voice thick with shame. "I should have known. Should have asked." Margaret took his hand. "We can't change the past, but we can choose what we do next." Her phone buzzed. A message from James. Everything was in place. "Now," Margaret said, standing with newfound strength, "would you like to help your mother make some history?" In a parking garage across town, James Washington sat in his car, finger hovering over the send button that would release Elizabeth's evidence to every major news outlet in the country. In her chambers, Judge Elena Martinez prepared the legal documents that would freeze Hamilton Enterprises' assets the moment the story broke. And in the carefully maintained archives of Hamilton Enterprises itself, a digital time bomb waited to expose decades of hidden accounts and suppressed evidence, all waiting for one final signal. Margaret Chen, the woman they had tried to silence in a forgettable nursing home room, was about to show them exactly how much power a discarded person could wield. But first, she had a few more moves to make. Because Elizabeth's plan wasn't just about exposing the truth, it was about transforming it into something entirely new. And as the pieces fell into place, Margaret realized that her greatest adventure was just beginning. The Hamilton Enterprises board meeting was interrupted by simultaneous notifications on every phone in the room. Jonathan Pierce watched in horror as his screen filled with breaking news alerts. Hamilton Air revealed, decades-long corporate conspiracy exposed. Murder